Now let's do a minor scale together. And I've chosen to use the bass or F clef to give you a little bit of review with the note names in the bass staff. Let's do G minor. G minor. Now, to get the pattern for a minor, we said we look at letter A to A and describe what we see. So let's describe. First we have a whole step, then a half, then I see whole, whole, half. And then I see whole, whole. So your pattern for minor looks like that. Now, we're going to do G minor together, so let's get rid of the A. Where is G? G is always just before A, so here's my G. And we're going to plug in the pattern of a whole step. G to A is a whole step. Now I need a half step. What comes after the letter A? B. But can it be B? No, it has to be the closest distance, B flat. So it's right up here, this little black note. I'll write it to the side. G, A, B flat. Now I need two whole steps. I'm on B flat. To make a whole step, I skip over this white key and I come to C. Now I need another whole step. I skip over this black key and I come to D. Now I need a half step. It has to be the next letter in your alphabet, E, but it has to be the black one to get the closest distance. So this would be called E flat. And then I end with two more whole steps. When I'm on a black key, skip the white key, finish up on F to make a whole step, and my last whole step is from F to G. Now, let's place this on the bass staff. Notate it. The sentence for the lines is, great big dogs bite animals. Do you remember the sentence for the spaces? All cows eat grass. Well, I have two choices. I can either use the grass or I can use the great. Well, I know I'm going to run out of room if I start with this G. I'm going to be going way up into the middle section of my staff paper, so I prefer to start with the low G, great. All right, so G as a line. The next note I write is the very next one is a space, line, space, line, space, line, space. I should have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, I have to put my flats in. G, A, B flat. Where does the flat go? To the left. I have to see it before I know what to play. Reading from left to right. And then E flat. G, A, B flat, C, D, E flat, F, and G. So there we have G minor, little m means minor, scale. Now, I want you to pause the video and find D minor scale. D minor. all by yourself. Let's check and see if you found the correct keys and then notated it correctly. Here is my whole step from D to E, half step E to F. Now I need 2 whole steps. F to G is a whole, G to A is a whole. Now I need a half. A to B flat is a half. And then we follow it up with 2 whole steps. B flat over to C. I have to skip the white key. Whole step. C to D, skipping the black key. Whole step. I chose to start with the bass or F clef, great big dogs. D, E, F, G, A, B flat, C, D. When you do not have enough staff lines, you add a short line. It's a ledger line. Then you have to sometimes add a short line and put the space note above it. Now, I'm going to show you the treble clef. Perhaps you chose to write on a treble clef staff. Here is one way to place it on the treble. I know that the bottom line is E, and just before E is D. So I chose to put a space note just below the E. D, E, F, G, A, B flat, C, and D. But I have one other way you might have chosen to do it. Perhaps you couldn't think where to find D except to say, every good boy does fine. And so you were brave and tried to write the ledger lines. D, E, F, G, A. To make the B, you put a ledger, put the space above, B flat. Now to put C, you have to put all the little ledger lines in between. So you put this ledger line and then one more so that I know that it's C. And then to make the D, you put these 2 ledger lines and put the D up there. Now, people who play the flute, they see notes like this all the time. We'll go one more segment to the next video for one more practice scale.